Is it you? Is it you? Is it you, Sabonis? Because you're the one playing, right? On that no rim, we back with another video. Stealth, Doughboy, Teddy White45. What's good with y'all,
Yes,
man?
sir. What's good with it?
We're going to talk about these Sacramento Kings right now, man. But before we get to that, if this is your first time to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you want to hear next. You know what I'm saying? Any topics you guys want us to cover and talk about. But yeah, man. So the post that I sent y'all today, right, from Sac Kings Daily on the IG, shout out to him. I'm not sure who runs that page, but I do follow that page on IG, and I engage with that content a lot. So shout out to whoever runs that page. But he had a post today. I posted it in the thread. Oh damn, we've been texting a lot. Okay, here we go. So so yeah, it basically said that Sabonis and DeRozan are expecting tough conversations with the Kings this offseason. Tough conversations. When I saw that, I thought, like, man, what could that be about, man? Or, just, is it coaching? Is it, personnel? Is it your teammates? What is it? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you, Sabonis? Because you're the one playing, right? You're the one losing to the Washington Wizards last night, right? That's you, right? Y'all are the ones on the court giving up fourth quarter leads and, giving up all these leads throughout the season. Because I feel like there's been a lot of close games throughout the season that the Kings just, they have a lead or whatever. It looks like, oh, the Kings got it. You'll go cook dinner, you go out, take a walk or whatever. You come back in the house and they're losing the game. Ain't the players the one playing on the court?
That's what I thought.
Definitely. I thought so too as well.
But, we're hearing these rumors, and I hate that the whole De'Aaron Fox and Mike Brown thing happened, because I feel like we're seeing a trickle-down effect into all of that is still seeping into the current players that we have. And honestly, it's seeping into the fans, too. I think we're getting a little delusional about where we are, and everybody's kind of panicking. I'm not even going to say it. I want y'all to say your stance. Do the Kings need to rebuild? 4-5. What do you think? Do we just need to start from scratch, rebuild, trade everybody? What's your thoughts?
I mean, you know what? It's been a long, hard last couple months, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to make an emotional decision, right? We got to have some kind of yard sale, though. I don't know if we sell the patio furniture. I don't know if we sell the dinette, the dresser, and the bed. I don't know where we start, but I know these next couple weekends we're gonna have a garage.
Put the trinkets on the lawn.
I don't know, but somebody gonna be on that front yard. That's for sure.
Definitely.
No,
boy.
I feel the same way Teddy does.
No, but you took it a little further. You said blow it up. You told me the other day, blow it up. So when you say blow it up, what does that mean? Oh man, when you say blow it up, what does that mean to you? Blow it up.
Man, everybody is for sale.
Well, okay.
Everybody's for sale.
All right, so that's fair. But when you say that, are you saying to actually get rid of everybody, or are you saying everybody's up for discussion when it comes to trade?
Everybody's up for discussion.
But you got to keep some.
I'm not turning down.
But would y'all agree?
But
would y'all agree that we got to keep some players? Like, you got to
yeah, you got to have a team.
You got to have a team,
sure.
Right? Okay,
for sure.
But you're up to conversation for anybody.
Yeah, and not near players is untouchable. Everybody can go ahead and get touched.
Did De'Aaron Fox do this though? Like, what made y'all like? And that's what I'm saying. Like, the trickle down effect from everything that happened with De'Aaron and Mike Brown. Did what happened with them kind of make y'all feel like that's what I'm saying? Like, we all just kind of right, kind of calm down. This season it started rocky. We got rid of our coach. De'Aaron kind of caused a lot of friction before he left. He wasn't really playing hard. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we lost games. I don't want to say because of him. But if you're looking to your star to be like, hey, get us over the hump, he wasn't playing hard. He wasn't playing defense. He was averaging like 4-5. You talked about it a couple months ago. 12 points, 13 points. Drastic drop. So we lost a lot of games before he left, and then like we were trying to pick up the pieces after he left. We got Zach LaVine, won a couple games, little streaks here and there, but we're losing games we should win. And that's where I'm like, okay, I think right now we're at 36 wins. We'll probably be close to like 40 wins, right? That's about half your games you won. You take some of those games that you gave up fourth quarter leads, couple 1 point losses, 2 point losses. You get a coach who can correct some of those mistakes. Really is defensively.
Yeah.
Let's be real honest, right?
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Get these guys to buy into defense. Now you're in the mix. If you win 46 games, where is that right now in the West? Like that's like 5th or 6th.
Right.
So
you're playing team.
Because the way I look at it, you're kind of right there, and that's why I'm kind of like I don't like the whole DeRozan. I see it because he wanted to play with Fox, but Sabonis, really, you talking about leaving? Like,
you know what? You
want the man though.
To be honest,
yes, I can because y'all are the ones on the court playing, and you guys have the talent to win some of these ball games you guys are losing.
Right.
Well, you know what? We're in a 10th spot, right? But we're in a 10th spot, and we've won how many games? 34, 35 games. We won, right?
But we probably should. But the ones we've lost, we probably should be around like at least 41, 42.
Absolutely. But I feel like we're in the 10th spot, right? In a very, very strange and off season for the West.
Definitely.
Right? So that makes you go, oh man, this is an off season for the West, right? For a lot of teams, it's an off season. So it made me go for next year, it's going to be even tougher. Pieces are going to be moving, so it's only right. I think we messed up trying to run it back with the same team, and then we panicked.
The previous year.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We didn't make no changes.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Because didn't we make a video about running it back? Remember we said that?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the year after we made the playoffs, and then that following season, which was last season, we talked about, was like, man, we just going to run it back? Like, you ain't going to try to get no better? Like,
it wasn't no moves being made.
That was the misstep.
Impossible.
That was a misstep.
And then you want to make changing pieces and move parts in the middle of a season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's things that every player could have a discussion about this summer. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's off the table. But whatever we bring in coaching wise, that's right, whether it's Doug, whether it's someone else, whether if we move off Monty or bring in another GM, whatever it is, it has to set the culture. This next move has to be for the next 3 to 4 to 5 years, regardless of if we hit a slump in year 2, whether we hit a slump in year 3. Like, players want to see consistency, and there's no consistency, right? People talk. These organizations talk. These players talk. And right now, this is a place where nobody wants to touch. So we have to change that. We got to set that tone this year. So going into next year, we may be just as worse as this year. But if we're taking the right steps as far as building a culture, building a real foundation, I'm okay with taking a hit next year.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we took that hit this year, and look where it got us. Right?
Definitely.
So it's like, okay, let's reevaluate.
Nah, I definitely get that. I'm not opposed to that. I think for me, I'm just like, when I hear like these players talking about, I want to meet with the organization. I'm like, bro, y'all are the ones losing the games. Like, come on, man. Like, you mean to tell me that Doug Christie's not telling you guys to play defense and you guys don't have a scheme in place that you guys just aren't executing? It's like, that's why I'm like, where do y'all get off? Like, just like, and I know it's easy just to blame the organization and be like, like, we lost De'Aaron, we lost the coach. But like, look in the mirror too. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't play no defense. Like, not
a lick.
You know,
not a lick of defense.
And maybe, but the only thing I will say too, opposed to that, is maybe they feel like them together just ain't working for whatever reason. But I do feel like, and we said this when the season started, I feel like DeMar DeRozan is a ball stopper. I feel like our offense got really stagnant when he came. And I said
it's ISO ball. It's ISO ball right now.
And remember we talked about that when the season started. And that was when we had. That was when we had De'Aaron on the roster. I was saying it looks real stagnant. I would move off. I would keep Levine. He just got here 2 days ago. Keep Levine because he's a good shooter. I feel like he's a better. He's more free flowing when it comes to like the type of player he can be in different offenses. Yeah. DeMar is straight ISO. He's straight 1996. Give me the ball, get out the way. Poor man's Carmelo. Yeah, and it's just like, I was hopeful about his addition to the team, but it just ain't working out. I I would get rid of him.
The reason why you saying that is because he's on the later side of 30.
Partially, but then I'm like, we already know that he wanted to play with De'Aaron, and then we're hearing that he wants to talk to the organization. He don't want to be here, so trade him, get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? See what you can get for him. Yeah. But if you can keep Sabonis to buy in for one more year with a new coach, I want a defensive coach. I don't want no offensive coach.
So what happens if you can go ahead and get both them boys and go ahead and buy Sabonis and DeRozan and still keep Levine and Keegan? How would you go ahead and run that situation then? If they both have that conversation,
I ain't gonna lie.
If they both have that conversation, they say they want to go ahead and stay. What would you go ahead and do?
I kind of want to get rid of DeRozan.
Teddy, you want to get off? You want to get rid of him too?
I kind of want to get rid of DeRozan. I'm not gonna lie.
That's. I mean, I wouldn't be upset. You know what I'm saying? I felt like when they brought him in, and I'm a big DeRozan. He's one of the guys I said bring here. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if we keep DeRozan, right, then we need to bring in players that's more of half court set players.
If you keep DeRozan.
If you keep DeRozan. Because he's not an up and down type. That's what
killed us. That's what killed us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what kind of killed our whole offense was we weren't getting up and down the court. We weren't playing fast anymore. Right. You know what I mean? So maybe if you can, I would almost go, man.
And you can see that Ellis and Monk are facilitating the fast pace up and down.
They're trying. They're trying to keep the pace going. But it's hard when you have
it's not working.
Such a huge part of your team and your offense who is not running up and down the court. He wants to get in that ISO. He wants to go in that block and hit that mid range pump fake, and that's what he wants to do. You know, so I just don't think he fits for the type of players that we have. But I would love to keep. But to answer your question, yes, I would try to keep Sabonis. But if DeMar is open to staying or he's kind of impartial, I'm like, all right, well, let's find a better situation for you.
So let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you fellas a question. So if we do decide, let's just say hypothetically, looking in the future, if we did decide to move off of Doug Christie, what direction? I want
a defensive coach.
Okay. Is there anybody that comes to your guys' mind off the top of your head?
I keep saying I'm like those Lakers assistants.
I say Clippers.
The Scott Brooks, and Nate McMillan. You know what I'm saying? I would look there. Yeah. Who's on the Clippers bench? Van Gundy.
They got Van Gundy over there. I feel like will be a good fit for Sacramento.
Yes. Why not like a Sam Cassell? Got relationships with players.
I like that.
Players here.
I like that.
We want to get players here, right? It starts with relationships. Ain't nobody gonna come here because of Vivek, the owner, right? Yeah. We got to get people in here. That's how the culture starts. Let's get people in here first off with relationships.
Yes.
That's how we change the culture from the GM down. And Monty had great relationship. We had great run. And I wouldn't even be upset if he came back for another year, right? And if he's still here. I'm not upset at that. Now, let's go for the coaching. Let's bring a coach in here who has...
Oh, he froze up?
He went out. Yeah, he froze up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he froze up. Lost him in the Matrix.
Oh, we in the Matrix?
Oh yeah, he got you know what I'm saying, he got connected to that Wi-Fi.
Let's see if he kicks back in. But no, but dope boy, I do like the Sam Cassell, because the reason I like that is because Boston hangs their hat on defense, so you know he's a part of that whole defensive culture and setting that whole thing up for that team. If you bring him in, and he's been on NBA benches because he was on the Clippers bench before, right?
Sure was. Yep.
Was he with like Doc Rivers or anything? At some point,
yeah, he was with Doc.
I don't know.
He's with Doc.
You know what I'm saying? And now he was with, Boston. So I would take him. Oh man, he's out of there. Huh? Is he dropping out?
No, I don't think so. I ain't seen him drop off on my end.
It hasn't dropped him out yet, y'all. So we're gonna see if he comes back. But
it's moving a little slow. It's moving a little slow on my end. Is it moving slow on yours?
No, it's not.
Oh, but it's moving a little slow on mine.
But no, I like the Sam Cassell. But like I said, if not Sam Cassell, because the Lakers have improved their defense as well. Pretty much all good teams have good defense. So anybody who's on those benches, I would look at, and hopefully Monty McNair, if he's still here, he makes the right move and he starts interviewing those type of guys, because it needs to be, the emphasis needs to be on defense. He's just down there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It might be time to go ahead and come off of Monty McNair. I don't think they're buying into what he's selling them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't think that. Yeah, he's come back in.
All right, there we go. Nah, I think he dropped out. So
yeah, I seen him drop out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nah, I just don't think that they're buying into the money that he can sell water to a well right now at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it might be time to go ahead and look at that situation there and be like, hey man, you gave us some good little years that you were serviceable during the time frame you were here, but
yeah,
these players ain't buying into what you're actually talking about.
So would you look at getting rid of or getting a new GM as well?
Yes, definitely, for sure.
And
that would definitely not be
that's
off,
a move that Vivek has to.
Yeah, Vivek has to go ahead and do that. That's not coming off. That's something I'm not going to go ahead and overlook. If there's a better GM out there that I can possibly go ahead and get my hands on to go ahead to the organization that players will go ahead and buy into, then yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make that phone call to go ahead and get that person. Yeah. Vivek, you know what I'm saying? You got to make that phone call. You got to go ahead and go through some extensive conversations with your staff and see what the best quality fit is for you. And then like before, Teddy had dropped out, I feel bad for Doug Christie just because of the fact of what he was given, and I know he's a better coach than
this season was rough, man.
Portrayed out there. It was definitely rough for him.
For everybody. And that's why I said, like,
yes.
as fans, I'm kind of talking to the fans or whoever's watching this video, calm down.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because that beginning of the season was unprecedented. You're not going to get rid of your coach and your star player all within weeks of each other every single season.
Right.
That was rough on these players. That was rough in the locker room. That was rough on Doug Christie. That was rough on Monty McNair. I really don't feel like, and I know a lot of y'all think differently, but I feel like this was really orchestrated by De'Aaron Fox because he wanted to go. He wanted to get out of here.
Get up out of here.
And just his decision to move on just kind of disrupted the whole season. It did.
It did.
So that's what I said. I don't think next season would be like that if we're able to bring the majority of these guys back next season. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
I think, like I said, I read the article. I seen what it was about when you sent it over to me. And like I said, maybe, Sabonis, like I said, he's been there for 3 or 4 years now. And maybe he's feeling like it might be time to
do something else.
I've been here for 4 years. I made the playoffs out of the 4 years I was here once. I made the play-in game, a year ago, got bounced out, and missed the playoffs completely last year and damn near on the verge of missing the playoffs again this year. So, when you've been through stuff like that and you see the organization is in the right direction, you're going to go ahead and be like, hey, you know what? It might be time for a new change of scenery, like De'Aaron Fox did. Sometimes you get tired of sitting in the same spots and you don't see it.
I think for me, I just don't want to go back to NBA purgatory, man, or just NBA.
Right, man.
The depths of I don't want to be the Pelicans and the Trailblazers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. If the Kings had to do a reset and if they can go ahead and do anything remotely close to what the Pistons did, then great. Or anything like how the Rockets did. They drafted well. They went ahead and made some trades to get some right pieces to go ahead and go with what they currently have. And you see their trajectory has went up.
Yeah.
So if the Kings can go ahead and can orchestrate something like that, definitely.
Yeah.
Come up off of maybe 1 or 2 pieces and then get you something back in return. And hopefully you can go ahead and run it like that and see if you can go ahead and win some games.
Absolutely.
Because the Western Conference is not getting any.
It's not getting any worse. It's going to be tough, and that's what I'm saying. Like a full rebuild just doesn't make sense when you have a lot of good pieces. You got some young pieces right now, and I'm just like, maybe a retool, but a full blow up. I don't know. I don't know.
But I mean, hey, look, you got. And if you get rid of DeRozan, you get rid of Sabonis. I'm saying if they're talking about they want to go ahead and leave, then you have Monk that signed that deal, and like you said, wanted to play with his bro that he's been playing with since college days. Now he's no longer there. Too.
Depending on what you can get for a Sabonis or DeRozan, it might not be so bad. Like say you were able to. Well, give me a couple players that you think like.
Man, I don't know.
It's hard. I know.
It's like who would you want to go after?
Because now you have to look at other teams and say, okay, well, who do y'all want to get rid of, or who wants to leave on
get rid of? Right.
All right, so let's just throw hypothetical. Would you do like a Sabonis for like a Claxton and like a Cam Johnson from Brooklyn?
You get younger.
I'll do something like that.
Why would you not? You get younger, and then you have.
I think you would still be competitive,
and more depth, and you still be competitive. For sure.
Yeah, I would do something like that. Something like that. But just don't. Yeah. But don't give me draft capital Because Kings have shown.
Well,
Kings have shown that they don't know how to draft.
Hey, that falls on the GM and whoever else is in these draft.
But honestly, too,
scouting teams,
and like a lot of these players don't even pan out, though. I mean, yeah, you can.
No, they don't.
You know, and it's just the draft doesn't guarantee anything. So just to get,
it's damn near like playing. It's damn near like playing the lottery.
Yeah,
in real life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And why do you think they call it? Why do you think they call it the draft lottery? Like
draft lottery, right? Either you gonna hit, or you're gonna have a good player at the top or the top half, or you're not gonna go ahead and hit it all.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So it's like it's a hit or miss with them. So for me, I'm really not big on.
I'm not big on picks.
Draft, yeah, I'm not big on picks neither.
Not NBA.
No.
NFL?
No.
Yes.
Baseball might be something a little bit more different too as well. The MLB.
Give me players.
NBA,
I want players.
Yeah, I want players.
I want players.
Yes.
The only reason I would want draft capital is because you can repackage it and trade it to somebody else.
Right. Exactly.
Because some people do value those picks.
Of course.
So in that regard, if you could do something like that and flip, get a couple first rounders and flip it, all right, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
but
go ahead and run it.
But if you want
for me,
to draft them,
nah. Kings have not shown the ability to be able to go ahead and go out there, scout the right players. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Outside of them getting De'Aaron Fox and Halliburton. And you let Halliburton go because De'Aaron Fox
Keegan too.
They put and Keegan. I mean, and like I said, we haven't really seen
Cousins.
Well, I'm saying, them for sure, but outside of that, everybody else that we have drafted in the past few years or so, it's kind of been like, why are you taking another guard? Already had 2 guards.
Man, yeah,
or 3 guards here.
And I don't want to knock the kid because we don't know what he's going to be, but the Devin Carter pick.
Hey, I'm calling it, and I've been calling it all season. Whose feathers are ruffled.
When Dalton Connect was sitting there.
Yes, he was.
You and I were texting that day. I was like, why are we not getting Dalton?
Yeah, I said the same thing. Why is Dalton Connect not on their radar? Maybe because they felt like they had DeRozan, they felt like they had Keegan, they already have Fox, so they're like, all right, we might be able to go ahead and run this. But no.
Yeah.
Connect was there. For the taking. Here you go. Let me hand it to you. Package it up nice and cool.
Because if you had a guy like that who was developing this season, and then you were able, all right, DeMar wants to go, all right, we still got Connect. You know what I'm saying? He can kind of plug in that.
Connect, we got Connect and Murray. 2 young guys.
Yeah.
We're getting younger.
You're getting younger, and you can build with that. And maybe, I don't know, man.
I don't know what Kool-Aid they were drinking and who put them up on taking the Devin Carter.
I'm not wishing him to fail.
Hey, I'm not wishing him to fail, but I can.
How it looks now.
Nah, I see it. He looks like he's a draft bust. And I've talked to a couple people who are heavily involved in that Kings organization.
And I still say,
scouts said the same thing.
And I still say they drafted him to back up De'Aaron. I feel like if they redid that over and you didn't have De'Aaron Fox, I don't think you're drafting.
No.
If that's the case,
hell no.
If that's the case, you should have just kept Davion. You know what I'm saying?
Davion, yes, definitely. And Davion's more of a proven better player.
You know what he is.
You know
what he is.
Yeah,
you know what you're getting. He plays defense.
Yes,
he could fit, and he filled in fine for De'Aaron Fox when he was out.
He sure did. He sure did.
He's been playing well for Miami this year too.
Miami, and I don't know the reason why the Kings decided to go ahead and move up off him
because
then to go ahead and draft.
Because they
draft Devin Carter in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, come on, man. Monty, what is you doing, bro? Like, who are you talking to that's giving you this false information to go ahead and draft these players that are not ready to go ahead and play? Here's a good thing, man, for the Kings right now. We kind of know that the play-in is coming next week. We're going to know. Definitely. We're going to know if we're in the playoffs or if we're not. And then the faster we know where we are, the faster we can continue to move forward. If you do get in the playoffs, I think you can, if you can get to that 7th spot, you can upset. Who's number 2? Houston right now? Is Houston number 2? I think Houston.
What happens? Houston.
All right. Yep, I've seen that.
Last thing I want to talk about. Hypothetically, Kings get into the play-in. They're able to scoot it into that 7th spot. Mm-hmm. After going through the whole play-in process.
The whole playing game.
You play Houston. That's a winnable series for the Kings.
Oh, for sure.
What happens if they beat Houston and get to the second round? Then what happens in the offseason? What happens? You see how quickly things can change. You see how quickly things could change that fast because everybody's like, oh my god, like what was me? The Kings are just trash. Get it ready. But if you get into the playoffs with that first round, you get to the second round. Now you're kind of looking like, hey, do we really want to break this up?
Exactly.
Or do we just like I said, just retool, get a defensive coach,
get you a point guard.
You know what I'm saying?
A true point guard.
Get you a point guard. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. This is a hypothetical scenario, but
I see it happening, and I can go ahead and see them actually. I can see them actually winning, and I can see them riding on that win high and being like, all right, cool. What? Let's go ahead and run it back. Let's see what we can go ahead and do with another coach. Let's see what we can go ahead and do with another point guard.
Yeah,
and go from there.
Yeah, no, we'll see. I mean, here's the thing too. If again, if Sabonis wants to leave, you can get a cool little point guard for him, depending on where you're going to. If Sabonis wants to leave, you're going to get somebody a good few players in back for him. You gotta
get another big because they're undersized.
Well, like I said, keep Val, get it back up for him because he's a serviceable starter.
Serviceable, he is.
He can start.
Is.
I mean, because most teams, you can start for most teams. So keep Val. He could be a starter. Get a backup for him, and kind of just now your offense isn't like just predicated on your center being point center. Go get a point guard. Right. You still got the Keegans. You still got Levines. Depending on who else you get for back for Sabonis, you're still in the hunt. You're still competitive. I just want to. That's my thing. My whole thing is I still want to say competitive.
Yes,
and that's
but
it.
Like I said it just all depends on this off-season conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna see
who's gonna go ahead and decide to move. And whoever moves, whichever the first domino is to go ahead and fall, then we'll know from.
We're gonna see. We definitely gonna see.